It's going live. How is everyone tonight? Hopefully you can hear me singing. Hopefully it's doing good. I'm gonna sing until I see my face here. Here we are. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone see me? I'm just hearing myself singing. Oh God, I'm hearing. Why am I hearing so many voices? Oh, there we are. Okay. So I have to stay quiet for a second because there's. I'm hearing duplicates elsewhere. Oh, I'm hearing that on the Discord. There we are. Turn that off. I'm hearing. Why am I hearing so many voices? Sorry, everyone. I'll check out the chat in just a second. I'm hearing my own voice coming from several places, and I don't know why. I'm hearing duplicates elsewhere. Oh, I'm hearing that on the Discord. There we are. Turn that off. Why am I hearing myself? I'm sorry, everybody. 1 second. Sorry, everyone. I'll check out the chat in just a second. I'm hearing my own voice coming from several places, and I don't know why. Why am I here? Oh, that's... There you... No? Is that weird? Well, I don't need to hear anything because this is just talking. I don't know why I'm hearing my voice on the chat, so I'm going to take off the headphones. All right. There we are. All right. I don't know where the echo is coming from on my computer, but I'm hearing a weird echo on my my own voice. But how is everybody? How is everyone? I hope everyone's doing good. Let me turn. Oh, that's why. Let me turn that down. Is that what it was? Maybe you guys are getting. There we go. That should fix it. There we go. All right. Sorry, my hair was crazy too. All right. I think that fixed it. I think that did it. Okay. All righty. Where's the chat stream? Cool. All right. How is everyone? Sorry about that. Hopefully that wasn't too much of a headache. It should have fixed the problem. How is everyone doing tonight? Welcome to the first ever patron live stream. Sorry, my brain is a bit discombobulated. Just because I finished, I was hoping to be able to kind of do this sort of like event, like just right off the bat, and I was gonna have a little bit of time after work to sort of set it up, but work actually ran a little bit long today, so I was like, crap, I have to try and get everything done. So sorry, my brain's a little bit like off. But how is everyone? Hello, Grant, Orlando, Geek, Corey, Mary, Mari, Lady Shalot, excuse me if I'm saying that wrong, Fernanda, Wowbanger, Wellington Smith, Geek Filter, good to see all of you. It is honestly really good to see everybody. Yeah, I just wanted to I wanted to do something fun with all of you. I feel like I wanted to do some more like actual just stuff with all of you on Patreon, like do more like community building stuff, like do something with just all of you instead of like, you know, me just doing stuff as like live stream stuff. Like for everybody, just do some stuff that only you guys get to do, because I just wanted to say just thank you to all of you for being patrons and supporting me. Like legitimately, I cannot thank you enough for just being the awesome folks that you are, and it really means a lot to me. So I'm just glad to have you all here. Yeah. This is going to be the first one, so like I said, there's probably going to be a little bit of hiccups. There's probably going to be a little bit of weirdness to it. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat. I should look at the camera so you can see me. There's probably going to be a little weirdness. I want to get better at these. I want to try and do these at least once a month and maybe change it up. Maybe I'll do like a Zoom call so we can all talk to each other that way, things like that. I'll sort of like gauge what everyone's feeling and how I feel and how everything's sort of going for everyone. So where there's going to be more of these going forward, and so I apologize if this one's a little bit like wonky, but we'll have some fun with it. We'll get through it, and we'll make it better each and every time. And I'm so glad to have all of you on the journey of doing that. So you guys are all awesome. And I say you guys. I need to get guys out of my lexicon. Someone said that they dislike the use of the word guys, and I agree. It's in my brain sometimes, so apologies for that, but you are all wonderful and amazing. So, good to see you. So, I am going to interact with all of you in just a moment, but as all of you know, this is going to be a little bit of a Trek trivia night, so I want to kind of have, and thank you, yeah, 454 that's, It's insane. Yeah, I know, y'all. I've been trying to get, like, it just in my brain. I try to say y'all, but it gets stuck in my brain for some weird reason. And like saying guys instead of y'all or folks. I like folks too. It just gets stuck in my brain. Anyways, so yeah, this is going to be a Trek trivia night. So I'm going to explain the rules and I'm going to, we're just going to have some fun. I have some questions for everybody and I'll get into the rules in just a second. But I just want to hear how everyone's doing tonight because I've just ranted for a little bit. I'm a little late, and I just want to kind of like, settle in, see how we're doing. So, how is everyone doing this fine evening? And I'm gonna wait a second because I think the chat's a little bit behind where I am actually at. So, I hope everyone's doing good. Folks could be, I agree. Folks could be easier. Call everyone dude. Yeah, some people may have problems with the word dude, but I appreciate some people saying it's gender neutral. I know some people still have problems with it, so I can understand either way. Everyone's sort of behind in the chat. Good. Oh, Fernando, good. I'm glad you're good. Chris Bird, I'm sorry you're having a rough work day. Believe me, as you clearly saw, I was having a little bit of a rough work day too. And people are asking if how I'm doing. Like, my day was good. I just was a little stressed because of work and some writing stuff. I spent some of my day writing about my video next week is going to be on Sia's music and the autistic representation in Sia's music. And that was kind of stressful to research. So that was kind of a hard day plus work on top of that. So grateful to not be in a non-frozen part of the country. That's... Yeah, I hope everyone's staying safe. Psychic Refugee, I know that you are still having power problems because of where you're at. So I hope you're staying warm, Psychic Refugee. Like, please make sure you're taking care of yourself. So far, we're just so far ahead. We've traveled back in time. I like that geek filter. That's perfect. Got some vitamin D. Good, getting some vitamin D. So. Mari, I'm sorry it's a hectic evening. Well, hopefully we can have some fun and make it a little less hectic. So that's good. Well, good. I did hear about the Texas mayor. That was fascinating. But before we get too much into politics, like I said, tonight's just going to be fun. We're going to have some fun. So, I want to let you all know how this is going to be running. Well, good, Psychic Refugee. I'm glad you have power. That is good. I'm very glad because I know last night when on the stream you were having some trouble. So I'm going to give you all the rules of this game and how we're going to play it. And I'm also just going to let you know that I do have some prizes for people to win here. And also, I know not everyone here, a lot of you supporting me, I know you love Star Trek, but may not be good at trivia, or you may just may not know as much Star Trek as other people, which is totally fine. So don't worry, I'm also going to give a prize to just someone randomly in the chat at the end of this. So don't worry if you're like, stressing out, like I want to win the prize and I don't know a lot of trivia. That's totally fine. I want everyone to have fun. So just chillax. It'll be a fun time, but there are going to be some prizes for folks. So send me the prizes, says Wellington. So how this is going to work is I believe it's like 14 questions for Trek trivia. There's going to be one question for each show or movie era. So the original series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise. Let's see if I can name them all. The animated series is in there. Short Treks is in there. Discovery, Picard, Lower Decks, the TNG movies, the TOS movies, the Kelvin movies. So that's 13 questions. Geek Filter, you know everything about Star Trek, especially the animated. Okay, I'm just letting everyone know. Geek Filter is like legitimately the resource on the animated series. In fact, Geek Filter, I have it right up here. Geek Filter wrote this frickin' book. That's your name right there. All right? So, don't give me this, I don't know anything about Star Trek, Geek Filter. Don't give me that crap. I know you were joking. I'm just kidding with you. So there's one question from each of those eras. It's going to pop up on the screen, so I will read the question out loud, but I have, part of the reason I was a little bit late, I was just making sure all the questions were set up. So I do have, the screen will change to the question, and when the screen changes the question, I'll read out the question. The first person to write the answer to the question in the chat will get a point. And I'll keep tally of all the points. And you'll see when I switched over to those screens with the questions on it, when I switch over to the screen with the questions on it, you'll see the chat window as I see it. So you'll see what I see in terms of chat, so you'll know who got the answer in first. So the first person to get the correct answer in the chat, to type it in quickly, will get a point, and whoever has the most points at the end of the 14 questions. There's 13 questions, one from each show and movie, and then the 14th question is a little bit of a bonus question that gets you half a point. So, actually, sorry, no, 2 points. The bonus question gets you 2 points. So, if you get the bonus question correct, you will get 2 points. Sadly, and I do want to apologize up front. I was trying to research, and I know, Tom Moore, you just called out. I did try to research a little bit more ways of trying to be inclusive in terms of the typing, because I know not everyone can type as fast as everyone else. I was trying to figure out ways to do this otherwise. Spelling, I'll let people go a little soft on spelling, but you have to get relatively close. But I just want to let everyone know that I am planning on doing more of these events in the future. So I do apologize if you are like someone who needs help typing or a slow typer or anything like that. I am aware of that problem. I do apologize for this particular Trek Trivia Night that's going to be an issue just because of I could not get the things to work that I wanted to get to work in order to accommodate that. And I am aware of it, and I am going to try and do better in the future about that. So I do apologize. I hope you'll forgive me, but it is something that I'm aware of, and I want to work to try and be more inclusive of in the future. So unfortunately, just technology sadly didn't work in my favor tonight. So I do want to just let everyone know that. But yes, I will. I am aware of that, and I do want to let people know that is something that I'm going to be that I'm going to be aware of. So, and I know it's not going to be perfect because, like as you said, Tom Moore, there's going to be a little bit of a delay and everything. So, and everyone's saying it's 47. I actually didn't think about that. I'm beating myself up now. There's actually one of the questions is a numerical question. I will let you know the answer is not 47, and now I'm angry at myself for not making it 47. Okay, so I just want to let everyone know that. Are we all ready? I'm going to wait until everyone says okay, or at least a good chunk of you say okay in the chat. So when all of you are ready. Oh, and I should say prizes in case people want to know. These are books, like comics and Star Trek books that I have extras of. I have a bunch more that I'll probably be giving away as prizes over the next few like live streams and stuff. But whoever wins at the end will get you'll get your choice of whatever these four. So just so you have that in mind. This is the Star Trek manga from the graphic novel collection. So it's Star Trek manga. You'll be able to either pick that. This is a Star Trek The Next Generation comic book called Ill Wind with Riker's beautiful beard right up there. You'll get Riker's beautiful beard. Everyone's saying okay. So once I get through these, we'll start it off. Star Trek Countdown comic, because that's a great comic. And then a Star Trek Titan book as well that has the Titan actual designs in it, which is kind of cool. It's a little thing that you can pull out. So that should all be fun. Okay, everyone in the chat is saying okay. So we are going to get started. All right. So, like I said, there's probably a little bit of a delay here. So I'm going to switch over to the question in just a second. So I'm going to when I switch over to the question, I'm going to be looking. The first person to type the answer will get the point. And I have, where's my point tracker sheet? Let me pull it out so I can keep track of that for everybody. And I'll just keep track of who has how many points. And if we do have a tie, I do have a tiebreaker question, or a way to do a tiebreaker. So if we do have a tie at the end, I do have a way to do a tiebreaker. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the first question. First person to type it out will win the first point, and I will read out the question for audio listeners, but you'll see it visually on the screen. All right, ready? First one is on the original series, and these, keep in mind too, some of these are going to be easy questions, some of them are going to be hard, some of them are going to be trick questions. I know I'm keeping you all in anticipation. I apologize. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What was the name of the ship on the series going to be before it was the USS Enterprise? So what was the name of the USS Enterprise going to be before it was called the USS Enterprise? Making sure it all's appearing. Oh, Chris Bird got it. Chris Bird got the first one. On the board with a point. Yorktown. So yes, it was originally going to be called the Yorktown, which eventually became the name of the station in Star Trek Beyond. So Chris Bird gets the point, but all of you got that. Wow, that was good. All of you are getting Yorktown. Oh, I'm sorry, Geek Filter. Yeah, I apologize. I do apologize that this isn't a perfect solution for Trek trivia. Don't worry. Just if it's stressing everyone out, just have some fun. We're just gonna have some fun. And prizes will still be given out to someone randomly at the end. Don't worry. All right. So, all right, we're gonna go on to question 2. Chris Bird is on the board with 1 point. We're gonna go on to question 2. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. The animated series. What is the name of Spock's pet sea lot? What is the name of Spock's pet sea lot? See if anyone can get this. Who's gonna get this one? Geek Filter, you should definitely get this one. I would be very upset. Oh, Chris Bird gets it again. Hopefully you're not just ahead because your internet's better. See here. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Spot. Bill, Pokey. Grant Johnson, you got another point. I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna do it this way. Just because I do realize that there's probably going to be a bit of a delay. The first, Michael Burnham, I love that. Mary, I love that. Michael Burnham, there we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give 2 points to the person who answers first. And I'm going to give 1 point to the person who answers correctly second. And then since I have 4 prizes, I was just going to give people a choice. What I'll do is whoever's in second place will also get we'll get the second choice of prize. So just in case that there is a bit of a live stream like time difference thing, that's how I'm going to run it. Just so Chris Bird, you have 4 points. I'm going to go back, and who got this one? Grant Johnson. You got 1 point there for answering Ichaya correctly second. I'm going to go back and look at the Yorktown question. Orlando, you got a point too for question 1, number 1. 1701. Okay, so Chris Bird's in the lead with 4 points. Orlando has 1 point. Grant Johnson has a point too. Cool. All right, we're gonna go on to question number 3 from the Next Generation. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What was the last episode of the Next Generation Tasha Yar appeared in? What was the last episode of the Next Generation that Tasha Yar appeared in? See if anyone get this. Well, good. I'm glad everyone's having fun at least, even if the live stream stuff is going crazy. Oh, someone got it. I won't say who because there's a couple different answers. See if I can keep guessing. All right, so we got 2 people who got the correct answer. So the correct answer, this was one of those trick questions. The correct answer was All Good Things. Technically, in the very last episode of The Next Generation, the series finale, she did appear. Yes, she was in yesterday's Enterprise as well, but she was in All Good Things as well. So that means 2 people got that. Viv2372, you got 2 points. Hex yeah, jumping onto the board. And then who else got All Good Things? Cyberquaker, you got a point there. Cool. So I told you there's going to be some trick questions. I'm proud of myself. Aren't you all happy that I'm a little... Some of these questions I'm a little bit proud of myself for. I hope you all don't hate me for it. All right, speaking of questions that are going to be trick questions, I'm going to forewarn people. This next question for Deep Space Nine is not so much a trick question, but a tough one. And I'm going to be clear, this is going to get a little bit niche. Some of you might be angry at me for the answer, but technically this next question is true. So just letting everyone know, this next one for Deep Space Nine is going to be a little bit of a trick question. So number one, look at the wording of the question and really think about it for it. All right. So question number 4, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Deep Space Nine, how many characters, including clones, did Jeffrey Combs play in Deep Space Nine? How many characters, including clones, did Jeffrey Combs play in Deep Space Nine alone? Not any of the other shows, just Deep Space Nine. Wait, seeing a bunch of different numbers. There is the correct answer on the board already. We got our 2 answers. So the correct number was 9. So to just let everyone know, there was the officer. So this is where I told everyone it's going to get very, 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 very tricky. So we have obviously Weyoun, and there was Weyoun 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 all appeared on the show. So you had Weyoun 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's 5. Then you have Brunt, who appeared on the show. Then you have Tyron, who was like that alien dude that he appeared on earlier, I think in like season 2 in there. So that's 5, 6, 7. Then you have Officer Kevin Mulcahy, who is the like present day officer that he appeared as in Far Beyond the Stars, the sort of episode where Cisco sort of like is kind of going back in time. So you have 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the 9th one, and this is the hard one, is the Holosuite guest that he plays in the series finale. There's that scene where they're all in Vic Fontaine's bar, and there's sort of like the glamour shot with all of the Deep Space Nine cast. He is technically a Holosuite guest in all of that. So technically he plays 9. So the people who got that right first were Vivi. You got 2 points, so you are tied for the lead with 4 points. And then the second person who got it right was Lady of... Sorry if I'm saying this right. Lady of Shalott. So you are on the board with a single point. So Chris Bird and Vivi are in the lead with 4 points. All right, on to the next question. All right, ready? 3, 2, this is Voyager, by the way, and this is going to be an easy one. I told you I'd give you an easy one. 3, 2, 1, go. What is the name of Captain Janeway's dog? What is the name of Captain Janeway's dog? Told you I'm going to give you an easy one. This one should be fairly easy. Maggie, coffee. There we go. We got one on the board. That's correct. There we go. Well, still only one person has it right so far. There we go. We got 2. So Psychic Refugee gets it. It is Molly. You spelled it right the first time. And then Geek Filter. Geek Filter, you said you weren't going to play. You got it on the board. Mario, I love how you're just guessing. I didn't even realize this. I guess 2 of my questions are pet name questions. I didn't even think about that. And I love Mari, and everyone just keeps guessing Spot. That's Data's cat. Come on. All right, so we have Psychic Refugee gets 2 points, and Geek Filter gets 1. All right. All right, on to the next question. Number 6. Number 6 is Enterprise. I just finished, hey, Psychic Refugee, I just finished the autobiography of Catherine Janeway too. That was a great, I have a review for that coming out next week. Great book. Anyways, all right, next question. Ready? Enterprise. 3, 2, And I promise it's I keep cutting off my countdown, but it's like I promise it's not about Porthos. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh no! Well, it switched to Discoveries, so we're sorry. It's about you got Discoveries. I actually clicked the wrong one. So Discovery's question: what was Saru's sister's name? Sorry, I prepared everyone for Enterprise. It's Discovery. What was Saru's sister's name? We'll go with that one because that's what's popped up. A long road. Spot. Chris Bird's Spot. Yes. Okay, so Mecha, JP, and Psychic Refugee gets the points there because, yes, it is Serana. So, Mecha, JP, you get... JP, you get 2 points, and Psychic Filter, you get 3. So, Cyberquaker and... Or, sorry, not Cyberquaker. Vivi and Chris, you're still in the lead with 4, but Psychic Refugee is right in second place with 3 points. All right. So, next we're going to go to Enterprise. Hopefully this is the correct... Let me just quick see. That's where... Yeah, so I just hit the wrong button. Sorry. So, this next one is going to be Enterprise. Ready? We're going to go to Enterprise in 3, 2, 1. What was the character of T'Pol... Or who was the character of T'Pol originally supposed to be? Who was the character of T'Pol originally supposed to be? Who was the character of T'Pol originally supposed to be? There we go. We already got our answers. So Chris Bird, she was originally supposed to be T'Pau, who was the Vulcan High Priestess way back in, Amok Time in the original series. Yes, the name of the person. So she was originally supposed to be T'Pau. Mary, I love your spelling. T'Pau. Why? There should be a Vulcan named T'Pau, everybody. That would be the best, right? You get literally T'Pau, like a punch that every time they say her name, she comes on. My name is T'Pau, and it says like T'Pau in like Batman the Adventures of Batman and Robin sort of font, like boom bang bing. It's like T'Pau. I would be so excited about that. That would be wonderful. All right. So who is that again? Chris Bird cementing their lead with 6 points. And we have Tom got the other one. So, Tom, you get a point with 1 point. Cool. All right. T'Pau is a Vulcan martial artist. I love it. Tazena, Vulcan princess. Tazena, Vulcan princess. I love that. That's all wonderful. I'm sorry, Pale. I'm sorry, Pale. I'm sorry, Vale. I just called you Pale. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. You're lovely. I love you, Vale. You are absolutely wonderful. All right. Next question. Let's see. That should be Discoveries. All right. We should be on to Short Treks. Short Treks is the next series. So, ready? 3, 2, 1. The narrator for the animated short Ephraim and Dot appeared as an actor in which other Star Trek work? So the narrator from the short trek Ephraim and Dot, that narrator appeared in one other Star Trek production. They were also a producer, I believe, as well. I might be wrong on that, but they were a producer. But they did appear in other Star Trek work. So what other work did they appear in? See if anyone will get this one. This one I think might be the hardest one on the list. You have to name, if it's an episode, you have to name the episode. If it's a movie, you have to name the movie. Can't just say the show or whatever. I'm not going to say. I'm like, I got a smile on my face. I'll give it a little bit of time. Star Trek Online. Maybe Star Trek Online, actually, but I meant like actual productions. This person might have actually appeared in Star Trek Online. Math Blaster. Math Blaster was such a good game. I remember Math. If Math Blaster is the game I'm thinking of, I remember Math Blaster. All right. Well, I'm waiting to see if anyone else is, because someone did get it. There we go. Geek Filter got it. All right. So we have our two answers. I'm glad I'm stumped a few people on this, but Mecco JP and Geek Filter got it. Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. Kirk Thatcher did the narration for Ephraim and Dot. This is cool. I think this is like the coolest little Easter egg. Kirk Thatcher, who did that narration, also did the narration for, or not the narration. He appeared in Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home as like the punk who had the music box when they're on the bus. So the one that I forget if it's Kirk or Spock that goes and turns it off. So yeah, Kirk Thatcher, who appeared as that punk in the Mohawk guy in Star Trek IV. Yeah, Chris Bird, the Mohawk guy. That's who played the animated short. So Geek Filter gets a point, and Mecha JP gets 2 points. So you are in 4th place. So just to let everyone know where we're standing, Chris Bird is in first still with 6 points. We have Mecha JP at 4 points and Vivi at 4 points as well in second place, so they're tied for second. And Psychic Refugee is in third place with 3 points. Don't know why I don't know why I did that voice. Yeah, I do think he was a producer on Geek Filter, you're right. I do think he was a producer on some other stuff, but yeah, he appeared in The Voyage Home. So that's why I said appeared as an actor. So, all right, on to the next question, which should be on Star Trek Picard. Let's get on to Star Trek Picard. Ready, 3, 2, 1. What was the name of the homeworld that Riker and Troy's son, Thad, came up with? What was the name of the homeworld that Riker and Troy's son, Thad, came up with? I have to do the counts voice when you're saying numbers. I'll do that from now on. 3, 4, Nope, Nepenthe was the planet that they're from. But Thad came up with something else. So now you're making me all question. Nepenthe was the name of the planet, but I don't think that... I have something else that was like... It's a good episode, but I think Thad came up with something else. Yes, okay, good. I'm not going crazy here. I'm like, wait, everyone's saying Nepenthe, and I'm like, no, wait. Nepenthe is the name of the episode, or am I insane? Yeah, Thad came up with a fantasy world. Yeah, I know, this one might have been the hardest one. Terra Elysium, I like it. Morrowind, Skyrim. Ooh, is no one gonna get this one? I'll give you guys another, sorry guys, I'll give you folks a couple more seconds. That landed Jeffrey Coombs. Thad's name was Jeffrey Coombs. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, well, I'm glad I got one of these questions to stump everyone. I actually thought someone would actually have this one because that's in the actual show. I'm disappointed in all of you. You're all wonderful. You're all wonderful. But the name is Ardani. Oh, Geek Filter. Oh, okay. I said it right. I'm assuming you didn't hear what I said because I said it as I saw it pop up on here. So Geek Filter gets 2 points, but now that I've already said it, it's no other points. Sorry. Apologies, everybody. But Geek Filter, you're going to get 2 points for getting that correct. So Geek Filter, you got 4 points, putting you back into the land that Justin's patrons forgot. But yes, you are right. It's Ardani. So Geek Filter gets the point. You could have looked it up. You could have looked it up, Vivi. That's how I got it. I didn't know that. To be honest with you, I didn't know the name of this off the top of my head. I actually had to look it up when I was coming up. I was like, I came up with the question, but did not know the answer. And to be fair, I only knew it from the book Star Trek Dark Veil. I only remembered it from that there was like an actual name to it. All right. Next question, which should be Lower Decks. Now, I'm going to say this before we get to the question. For this question, it is a 2-part question, so you need to have both parts to the answer. So you have to have both parts to it. It's the name of a thing and a name of an episode. So you have to have both the thing and the episode to get the point. So if someone gets the right thing, but doesn't get the episode right, you can still copy off of that person. And I won't say if someone gets it right until we get it right. All right, so ready? 3. I agree, Orlando, on that. 3, 2, 1, go. What is the planet that the Cerritos crew visits at the start of the season 1 finale, No Small Parts, and in what episode had we seen that planet before? So what is the name of the planet, and in what episode did we see that planet before? And I'll give you a little bit of a hint. That episode was from the original series. So what was the name of the planet, and what episode had we seen it before on? From the original series. City of Industry, Third Contact. Steven, you're gonna make me laugh. Sigma Iota, A Piece of the Action. Close. That would have been that's a great one. I really hope they do that in Lower Decks. A Piece of the Gangster Planet would have been great. It is not the Gangster Planet, I will say. That from that episode, that was not the Gangster Planet. It is the Purge Planet, Wellington Smith. It is the Purge Planet. Oh, not Talos for the Cage, though we did see that in Discovery, Tom. Talos 4 and the Cage did get seen in Discovery. Show's barely a year old and already has some deep cuts, Mary. You are correct. I love Lower Decks. Lower Decks might be my personal favorite. Also, by the way, can I share that Mike McMahon followed me on Twitter, which was like, it made my life. I was so... Ardani Amok time. Psychic Refugee. Well, remember you have to have the planet. There we go. Okay, we got it. Psychic Refugee, you did get the name of the episode, but you had to have the planet and the name of the episode, and we got Geek Filter. Oh, sorry. Well, I'll get a Geek Filter. You had it. I know you technically probably just misspelled it. I'll give it to you. Corey and Geek Filter got the points there. It is... Oh, were you guessing Geek Filter? Did you think it was Beta 2? Or did you think it was Beta 3? Geek Filter, retype Beta 3 just to be safe. No one else has put it in yet. I'm trying to give you the points here. Well, I'm going to give the points too. So, Psychic Refugee, you did get the name of the episode, but you didn't get the name of the planet. So, Corey and Geek Filter get the points here. So, Corey, you are on the board with 2 points. I hope you and Vale are dancing. I don't know why I want you to dance. I just imagine you two being very excited that you got points. I'm sorry. I'm weird. Thank you, everybody, for dealing with me. And then Geek Filter, you got a point, putting you into second place with 5 points. But Chris Bird is still in the lead. There we go. Betamax. Yeah, it's Planet Betamax. I like that. They do all sound the same. Let's see. All right, next question, which should be the original series movie era. So this is the original series movie era. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. In the motion picture, which space station monitored the Klingons' attack of V'ger? So pretty much right at the start of the TOS movie era, there is a V'ger's attacking the Klingons, or the Klingons are more accurately attacking V'ger, and there's a space station watching them. So what was the name of the space station that is watching them? Which actually is like another little fun fact. The actor who was supposed to play Zahn, the Vulcan that was going to replace Spock in Star Trek Phase 2 was on that space station. People are getting close, but no one's got it yet. It's very, very close. Oh, Geek Filter and Psychic Refugee. Oh, there we go. Geek Filter and Psychic Refugee jumping in with their points. So Psychic Refugee, you've gotten a point. It is Epsilon 9. So Psychic Refugee has now 4 points. Geek Filter, you got 2, putting you in the lead. Chris Bird, right? Oh, almost had it. So where we are standing now, we've got a little bit of an upset. Geek Filter, the person who said that he wasn't going to be playing, I should add, is currently in the lead with 7 points. Then we have Geek Filter is at 7 points. Chris Bird is at 6 in second place. And then in third place, we have Vivi, Psychic Refugee, and Mecha, all with 4 points. Still anyone's game, but we're getting pretty close. We only have 3 questions left. The last question will be I'll make the last question worth 3 points now. All right. Next is the TNG movie question. So the Next Generation movie question. Are you ready? We're going to do it in 3, 2, 1, go. The rare and precious artifact, the Kurlan Nostos, that Picard just casually tosses aside at the end of Star Trek Generations, previously appeared in what Star Trek The Next Generation episode? So the Kurlan Nostos that Picard just picks up and is like, nah, I don't care about that, even though it was really important. Got tossed aside, appeared in what previous episode? And we have our 2, Chris Bird, jumping back into the lead with 2 points. It was the episode The Chase. And Chris Bird got it. And then Orlando, you got the next point. So Orlando, you are at 2 points. All right, Chris Bird has jumped back into the lead. It was The Chase. And actually, I just watched The Chase last week, surprisingly enough. So I was like, oh, hey, it's the Kurlan Nostos, the thing that Picard apparently doesn't care about anymore. I agree. Mary, you make a great point. So many people have pointed that out. It's so hilarious. It was such an oversight. Chase Masterson, I love that, Steven. They're like in the episode The Chase, like it's supposed to be this like big important thing, this very precious thing, and then in Star Trek Generations, Picard just like picks it up and is like, and tosses it aside. It's just kind of funny. I love stuff like that. And people are always upset about canon. It's like, come on. Star Trek doesn't take anything precious, and I love it. All right, next question. All right, ready? This is going to be on the Kelvin films, and this is the last normal question. So it's on the Kelvin films. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. The Kelvin films officially canonized what about Uhura for the first time? The Kelvin films officially canonized what about Uhura for the first time? It was something that had been, known about this character for a very, very long time, but didn't officially get confirmed until Star Trek 2009. I'll even give you the film. Yep, Nyota was correct. Her first name. Chris Bird, I'll give it to you because you literally said her name, but the next one would be Orlando, who got the other point. So Chris Bird, I think you might have clinched the win there with that. I believe you did. Oh, no, actually, no. Geek Filter, you're actually still in this. If the bonus game is if you get the bonus question, Geek Filter, you can tie Chris Bird, and then we'd have to go into overtime. So really, this is just a game between Geek Filter and Chris Bird now. So we're gonna go into bonus question. Everyone's open to it, but this question is going to be the final question of the round. It's gonna be worth 3 points. It's gonna be a really hard one. To be honest with you, I'll be shocked if anyone actually gets this one, because it is. I'll give everyone a clue. It is a personal one about me. I did check. There was a video that I did, I think about like a year ago, where I did actually mention this. And I'll give another clue that this thing appears in a few of my videos. So I won't say where or when, but Geek Filter everyone can guess it. Geek Filter, you can get into a tie for first place with this. So it's between Geek Filter and Chris Bird. All right, ready? This is a Star Trek question about me, but it's personal to me. So bonus question, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. In what episode does Jessie's favorite Star Trek speech occur in? In what episode does my favorite Star Trek speech occur in? So I have a particular favorite Star Trek speech. This is a bit of a red herring, because the one that you might think it would be is actually not my favorite. But I do have a personal favorite, and I did mention it, and it does appear in several videos. In what episode? I'll even give a clue. I'll wait until see if anyone. I'll wait until I see Geek Filter. Chris Bird's already guessed. See if Geek Filter will make a guess. Or Chris Bird, you can keep guessing. No one's gotten it so far. I'll give the show that it's from in just a second. All right. Well, Geek Filter, you okay? I'm gonna give everyone the second clue here. 3. I'm gonna give the clue in 3, 2, 1. It's from Star Trek Enterprise. So it is from Star Trek Enterprise. Not These Are the Voyage, Psychic Refugee. It is from Star Trek Enterprise, though. My favorite speech is from Star Trek Enterprise. The animated short trek. Yes, it's Ephraim and Dot is my favorite speech. I love it. Nope, not Day of the Dove. Hey, you're still in it. I'll give people about another 10 seconds. I'll give another clue. It's from the 4th season, and it's not These Are the Voyages. It's from the 4th season of Star Trek Enterprise. I'm going to give 10 seconds. I'm going to count down from 10. If no one gets it, I'll tell you what it is. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Well, that means Chris Bird, you have officially won. But to let everyone know, it was Terra Prime, the final episode. The final episode. These Are the Voyages don't count. It is Terra Prime, the speech that Archer gives at the end of that episode. Psychic Refugee. There you go. You got it. Terra Prime. It's the speech that Archer gives where he says I forget the exact wording. Let me pull up the exact wording. It's my favorite speech and I can't remember the exact wording, but it's Captain Archer Terra Prime speech. I believe it's like the God, now I'm blanking on the exact word. I hate myself. It's not beyond that next star, it's within us. Not beyond. Yes, here it is. I'm going to read it out because I love this speech so much. Up until about 100 years ago, there was one question that burned in every human that made us study the stars and dream of traveling to them. Are we alone? Our generation is privileged to know the answer to that question. We are all explorers driven to know what's over the horizon, what's beyond our own shores. And yet, the more I've experienced, the more I've learned. Ooh, I'm getting chills just reading it. The more I've learned that no matter how far we travel or how fast we get there, the most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us, all of us, to each other. The final frontier begins in this hall. Let's explore it together. I love that speech so much because it's all about, like, it's at the core of Star Trek, about being explorers, but also what Star Trek is really about exploring ourselves and exploring deep into humanity. And it also mentions that it's all about what binds us together as people, about, coming together as more than just ourselves. And it's about exploring ourselves and exploring what brings us together. And I don't know, I don't think there's anything that epitomizes what Star Trek means to me more than that sentence, than that speech. And it's one of my personal favorites. It is my personal favorite. My second favorite probably would be the Data's line, which is it's the one he says to Lal, which is it does not matter. It's like, we will never reach our ultimate goal. The pursuit is its own reward. Something along those lines. It's the one I use in all my my sacred treks. But yes, that speech, both of those speeches appear in my sacred trek. So I love that one. So, and I see everyone sharing their favorite quotes in the down in the chat. Well, let me pull it back to the full thing. But congratulations to Chris Bird, and I guess Psychic Filter. Does that put you in second place? I don't think it does, sadly. So, because you actually got it. So Chris Bird and Geek Filter, you both get to to pick a gift. You get to pick a prize that I will send to you. So, Chris Bird, I'm just gonna figure this out now, and then we're just gonna hang out. I'm gonna hang out for another half an hour or so. We'll just chill with some patrons. It'll be just all of us. I'll hang out for another, I guess we ran a little bit long, so I'll hang out for another like 15, 20, 30 minutes, somewhere in that range. We'll go for a little while, see how everyone's feeling. So, Chris, which one do you want of these? You can either choose the Star Trek anime or Star Trek manga. You can choose the Illwind, the Next Generation graphic novel. You can have the Titan book here, or you can have Star Trek Countdown. So just let me know which one you want. And then Chris, just message me. You can either decide now in the chat, Chris. Same thing with Geek Filter. You let me know, Geek Filter, which one you want. And you can either let me know now or think about it, and then just message me on Patreon. The Patreon message apps. You'll just message me there with whatever you want, wherever you want me to mail it. And you don't put your mailing address here, just so you don't have it public. But let me know wherever you want me to mail it to, and I'll send it off to you with a nice little letter for you as well. And Geek Filter, same to you. And then one more of these. Actually, if you could please select it out, because I'll whichever one that you don't, whatever one you two. Well, just let me know whatever, and I'll let Geek Filter know, and then whoever gets the final one, because I'm gonna randomly select someone from the chat at the end of this to get the third and final gift. So there's still one more prize for everybody, but it'll just be I'll just randomly select somebody in the chat once we're done hanging out. But thank you so much. I hope everyone enjoyed that. I hope everyone enjoyed having fun and just hanging out. Double dumbass on you, Steven. I love it. You are all... Okay, can I just say this? All of you are funny folks. I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all are just... See, I'm doing it now. Yay. Y'all are just really, 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 really fun. I will say the manga is a lot of fun. They do have... I mean, all of these are really good. I like all of these quite a bit. But the manga has like a Borg origin story in it that's kind of cool that I really enjoyed. I believe that's the right one for that. It might be the other manga. There's two mangas that they did, and I think that's the one that has the Borg origin story, but I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, I hope everyone had fun. I want to do Rebecca. I don't know much apparently, but it's fun anyways. Well, good. I'm glad. Like I said, I want to try and do. Like I said, we're gonna hang out for a little bit, but I want to try and do these hopefully once a month. Just to have a little bit more time to hang out with everybody. I want to try and improve them. Maybe I'll do a Zoom call sort of thing. I kind of stepped away from a Zoom call for this one just because of my own anxiety doing this. But then also I know some people also might have anxiety about doing a Zoom call as opposed to a live stream. So I'll do like a little vote to see how people are feeling about doing a Zoom call, because I don't want anyone to feel anxious about doing a Zoom call or anything. But I want to try and do like at least barring like life, because I'm way too busy. But barring life stuff, I want to try and do like at least once a month these like little things where it's like just a Patreon exclusive thing that we can all do, that everyone will just have some fun. Because, and I'll just wrap this little bit out before we just hang out for a little bit. But I really, really do want you all to know, and I said this at the top, but I just want to reiterate this to everybody. Like, thank you to all of you. I know that there's like over 400 patrons and not everyone is here in this chat. And I'm going to leave this link up so that people can watch it. So if you are a patron who was not here at the time, but you wanted to have, but you're watching this anyways, this also goes to you too. Like, legitimately thank you to all of you. I am so proud of the community that this Patreon is. I'm so proud of the YouTube channel and the way the YouTube channel is built and how it's like exploded. The YouTube channel, by the way, exploded so much over the past couple weeks. Like the past couple weeks, I've seen huge growth, and it's been kind of crazy. And I am just feeling so like, I don't know, I'm just like really happy with where things are at, and I'm very excited to see it keep growing, hopefully. And I'm kind of excited to hopefully do this full time in the near future, because as I've talked about before, like, I like my job at the Mopop. My Mopop, I like the job at the Mopop. It's a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work also doing both of these things. And this is the job that really calls for me. I love doing this YouTube stuff. I feel like I'm actually like moving my career forward, but actually getting to say something important and making something so meaningful not only to me but hopefully to other people too. And that's not something that I would have really expected in my life, and something I hope for, but I'm just kind of very glad where things are. And I'm hoping that I get to do this full time soon enough, and the only way I get to do that is because of all of you. You all make this possible. And I don't know why you are all so kind. You are all you're all such lovely people, and I am honored. I am truly, truly honored by all of you. Like, legitimately, truly, truly honored. So I'll stop there because I'll just gush at you for like forever. But just legitimately, just know that you all are really kind, lovely people, and you deserve nothing but kindness in your life. And I am so honored that you have given me kindness. Not only financially, which is nice, but capitalism sucks, and I wish money didn't have to factor into the equation at all. Sadly, capitalism is capitalism, and I appreciate the financial support. That does really mean a lot, but just the very fact that you are willing to support me and that you make this community wonderful is really what warms my heart the most. So, love to all of you, legitimately. So, okay. Well, thank you, and I see everyone in the chat. You guys, sorry, I need to burn that out of my brain. It's just unconscious, y'all. I see all of you are just sending yes, fuck capitalism. I agree. Let's fuck capitalism. That is something I've started to realize. I'm probably going to be doing more leftist content in my videos, but that's neither here nor there. I hate even calling it leftist, to be honest with you, because leftist like feeds into that idea of like right versus left, and the whole point is like it's not right versus left. It's screw the people in power and seize the means of production, Vivi. So yeah, that's probably something you're gonna start seeing more in my videos. But I want to try and make sure I frame it as like not a like left versus right thing, but like we can all work together to make something bigger than ourselves, which is a microcosm of what we're doing here. Anyways, yeah. Let's just hang out. You are all lovely. And I thank you for all your kind words. In Cyberquaker, I loved your newest video with mention of leftism. Well, good. Well, good. All you lovely people. I like all that. I love all of those things. Again, my brain just does you guys still, and I need to burn it out of there, but it just gets stuck in there sometimes. All right, so I will hang out. What time is it? 7:06 here. I'll hang out for another like 10, 20, let's say 15 minutes. Split the difference because I also gotta have to make dinner. So I'll hang out for another 15 minutes. But what does everyone want to talk about? And Steven, I like your idea of maybe next stream you all can ask me trivia questions. That might be fun. Maybe I'll do that. That might be a good fun bit. Maybe I also have Quiplash. We could all do Quiplash that people can sort of jump in on their phones and play. So I might be able to set that up for next time. So we've gotten into a socialism leftist conversation. I wish you guys could be degendered. I know I can't. Yeah, it's one of those like I appreciate like people say like, you know, dude and guys and things like that are we can degender them. I would like to, but unfortunately just because of etymology it's always going to be there, and sadly it's the fact we can't all get on the same page on that as like a society, not just you folks, but as a society. God, I just got the Snyder Cut trailer in my head. But yeah, that might be fun too. Yeah, I see everyone's loving Quiplash, so that might be the next thing I do. We might be able to do Quiplash, like a custom Star Trek Quiplash. Yeah, Mecco, I like that. So that might be what I do next. Either that, or maybe I'll get drunk and do a 4-hour live stream of the Snyder Cut. That would be kind of fun. Yeah, it's Jackbox Party Pack 4. I think is Quiplash. Might be 2. I forget which, but I own it and I'll have to put it up. Phones live in a society. I do want to do like a live stream. Maybe I'll do it like publicly. It won't be a Patreon exclusive thing, but maybe I'll do like a public like get drunk and watch the Snyder Cut, because I don't know necessarily. I want to talk about. I'm sure I'm going to have many opinions on the Snyder Cut, but I don't know if I want to sit down and make a video on the Snyder Cut, the Snyder Cut. So maybe I'll just do a drunk live stream and just react to it, because I'm sure I'm going to have many thoughts about the Snyder Cut. I'm actually very excited because like, now I'm off on the Snyder Cut. Sorry. But Batman v Superman was such a terrible movie, but I was so uniquely fascinated by that I'm just kind of like, gosh, I am so excited to see what the Snyder Cut is. Get high in Snyder Cut. Yes, to be fair, I was playing. So for those of you who may have missed it, this past Saturday night, I did a drunk live stream of Half-Life 2, which I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing another one on this Saturday. So this coming up Saturday, I'll be doing another drunk live stream of Half-Life 2 and probably hopefully beating, because I had a lot of fun doing that. I'm trying to do more game streams just because I want to play more games and have some fun. So, like my anxiety is weird in that like I feel less anxious playing video games with people. So live streaming stuff makes me feel like a little less anxious about it. So getting drunk on a Saturday night and playing Half-Life 2 on a live stream sounds like a bunch of fun. But the reason I bring that up is I will not say this on stream just because for like career purposes or whatever. I'm not that it's gonna hurt me that much. I don't think any people care anymore, but just in case some people are a little bit weird. But I was also high. I don't get high often. I only get high I only drink and get high on the weekends, and at night too, because I don't like being intoxicated when I have work and stuff to do. But also it's like good to have like set limits for like when you want to use your vices. So. But it's interesting that Snyder has awful politics, so it seems like a decent guy, while Whedon has decent politics, but is an awful guy. Yeah, I agree, Cyberquaker. I mean, that is kind of interesting. Like Snyder's, I don't even know what Snyder's politics are, like who he votes for necessarily, but yeah, definitely the politics in his movies are definitely like yikes, like really, really yikes. But he actually does seem like a halfway decent dude. He seems a bit too bro-y. Like, I don't know if he's necessarily someone I would, like, love to hang out with. He seems a little bit too bro-y for me. But he actually seems like a nice guy. But his movies are, like, yikes. But I will give him this. Like, you know that a Zack Snyder movie. And I always appreciate creators who are like, all right, especially creators who work in the Hollywood system, who can make a movie that is distinctly theirs, you know? That is such a uniquely interesting thing about him. Yeah, he is very Ayn Randian. I think who did the best one? Maggie Mae Fish did a really, really good like 3 or 4 video dissection of Snyder. Also, I think they did it with Curio, who's another creator who I really love. So if anyone's interested in like a good like breakdown of Zack Snyder's like politics and anything, I would recommend Maggie Mae Fish and Curio. I think that they did a really excellent breakdown of all of that. Yeah, Cyberquaker, you and me are on the same wavelength, both recommending Curio. Curio is a really cool creator. I just became aware of them, I believe is the pronouns they use. I apologize to them if I got their pronouns wrong. I believe they use they them pronouns. I'm not 100% on that, but I just became aware of Curio. And they seem like really, 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 really cool. Like I love all their stuff. They did something on like not Cyberpunk. What was it? I forget what it was, but they did a cool video. They also did some cool videos on Witcher, the Witcher series, that are also really, really good. So I would highly recommend Curio because they seem really cool. Also trans. Or non-binary. I don't exactly know how they identify, but they're definitely sort of in the LGBTQ community. I need to double check what their identities are. So, but yeah, Curio is really cool. Maggie Mae Fish also cool. So both did great videos on Zack Snyder. That lovely person. I like that. The edible kicked in halfway through the stream and my skills evaporated. Love it. Cloudpunk, thank you, Cyberquaker. I need to play that game. Cloudpunk looks really, really good. I am very excited. I appreciated their video on it. It was really, really cool. So, sorry, I'm just checking something to make sure the stream's still stable because it looked like it went down for a hot sec. But yeah, Cloudpunk looks very, very cool. Oh, did the stream go down? Because I'm not seeing any more chat stuff. I just want to make sure. Chat's still going, right? I'm not crazy. Okay, good. Cool. There's the chat. Sorry, I was just being really slow for some reason. Cool. Yeah, sorry. I think I was like, where's like, oh no, did the chat stop? What happened? Oh no, don't leave me alone. I'm scared and lonely. It's terrifying without you. Yeah, you play an editor in a newsroom. We're all good here. It's fine. It's all good. How are you? Ooh, Mary, completely random topic, but my spouse and I just started Deep Space Nine Season 7. I knew the Season 6 finale spoiled, and they didn't. Oh, no. Oh, that must have been hard. To be fair, I did do a video on Esri a little while ago. But I filmed a video on Esri. I'm going to release it in like a month or two that I'm very excited about because Esri is one of my personal favorites, and I just finished my own season Deep Space Nine rewatch, and I forgot like Esri's really cool, and we never talk about Esri. So I'm sad that what happens to Jedsia, but Esri's such a cool folks. So I'm not going to say exactly what happens because Vale, you said you're not there, so I don't want to spoil, but yeah. Esri is a very cool character, and so I'm glad I'm going to get to do a video on her and connect her to like the trans experience. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything. Not saying who Esri is, but Esri is a character that comes into Season 7 of Deep Space Nine, and she is lovely. And Nicole Dubois is amazing. So don't worry, I'll stop talking about it, but Esri is great. Ooh, yeah, you mentioned that, Geek Filter. No, don't worry. We won't talk spoilers. I don't want to ruin it for you. But you do need to catch up on Deep Space Nine because I am going to do a video on Season 7 of Deep Space Nine. So that video is coming next month, maybe April, just depending on when things happen. But there we go. Like, there was supposed to be a video this month that, spoiler, by the way, I think I mentioned this in my update, but spoilers, by the way, I'm doing a video with Dominic Noble. Well, Dominic Noble contributed to a video. And so that video is actually supposed to come out this Friday, but it got pushed to next month because of a few this, that, and the other thing that came up. So because that video got pushed, my video on Esri might get pushed to April. So we'll see exactly how things work out. It might be 2 months. You might have 2 months, Vale. You might have 2 months. And yeah, Mary, if you are watching Enterprise, they do in the Discord server, they do weekly watch-alongs with Enterprise, and I do my Enterprise podcast. I know Wellington, you mentioned earlier that I think Wellington, you might be the only one that listens to my. Does anyone else here listen to my Enterprise podcast that I do? I do like bi-weekly Enterprise podcasts, like watch-along podcasts, and I don't know if anyone actually listens to them besides Wellington. Don't worry, I'll keep doing them, but I just find it funny because Wellington, you always leave a bunch of really thoughtful comments on Patreon, and no one else does. I'm like, am I just making these for Wellington? Which is great. It's totally fine. I just kind of find it funny. Jessie, my dear, if you expect me to watch 5 seasons of anything in 2 months, you will be disappointed. Don't worry. And then that video will still exist. Whenever you do finish Deep Space Nine, that video will always be there. So if you missed that video and come back. Yes, Geek Filter. I think it is actually tiered at a certain Patreon tier, so not everyone can access it, to be fair. But there I do one of my Patreon tiers is I do an Enterprise Rewatch podcast. So that is on there if anyone wants it. So Rebecca, watch Lower Decks. It's so good. And you know, me and Mike McMahon, we're besties now. We're besties. So Yeah, I did. Actually, I'm curious about that. Would everyone prefer? Maybe I'll do it. I'll probably do a poll, at some point. But I do want to do podcast. Like, I'm debating whether, because the podcasts are like rewatch, like commentary tracks, like you watch it along with the episode. But I might do it as I might switch it up to just do like I rant about Enterprise for like 20 minutes. Kind of like how Lore Runner does it over on his channel, where like he'll watch an episode and then he'll sort of like talk about it for 20 minutes on a video. I'll do that as like a podcast thing. I also want to get some people in there. I want to try and see if I can get like Ket Walski on the podcast and things like that. Haven't talked, or Triangle Audio Studios or whatever. Yeah, I don't know why Mike McMahon followed me when I was having a bad day, and he like commented on my Twitter, and I was like, well, I was having a really bad day today, and Mike McMahon followed me. That made my day much better. So I don't know. He likes tweets every now and then, so that means we're best friends now. I think that's how that works, right? Someone follows you on Twitter, that makes you besties. I guess by that logic, also Abigail Thorne is also a bestie. Sorry, now I'm just humble bragging about Twitter followers. They never comment on anything I do, but Chris, you don't like Enterprise? Like gasp. I'm very upset. I'm very upset. Time is it? I might bid everyone adieu just because I do have to go. You have to go make some dinner, and I'm cooking up. What do I have? It's a pork loin, right? I think tonight I have some pork loin, which I'm very excited about. So I'm just gonna wrap this out. But I hope everyone had fun. I hope everyone enjoyed this like Patreon exclusive thing. Like I said, I'm gonna try and do more. If you have any comments or like thoughts about like, oh, this could be. You could do this better, or you have ideas for possible like exclusive things like that to do, please let me know. I will cuddle Newt for you, Orlando. Please comment in the put in the Discord, or you can message me. Oh, I forgot, I have to do the final, the last person to get a gift, to get a prize. But just before I'll end on that, But yeah, if there's any feedback or anything that people had, let me know, because I would love to see how to do this better and stuff like that. But I've already thanked you all enough. So, I mean, I can't thank you all enough, but I've done it a bunch on this stream, so we'll sort of end it out there. But, okay, so I'm going to pick someone at random to win one of these prizes. So right now it's Chris Bird, Geek Filter, and how am I going to do this? I actually didn't think this through. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna randomly scroll through the chat feed, and I'm just gonna have my cursor just land on someone's name, and whoever's name I land on, I'm gonna look the other way. Whoever's name my cursor lands on is the person that's gonna win the prize. So, and if it lands on Chris Bird or Geek Filter, since they've already won prizes, well then I won't. I'll pick someone else. All right, I'm gonna look away. Scrolling through the chat. Yeah, scrolling through the chat. Yeah, scrolling through the chat. And hand off. And it was Wellington. Wellington, you get the other prize. So the winner is Wellington. Yeah, spam, just get more names. I was going way back to the top, so no one at the bottom was really going to change. So it was Wellington, you get the prize. So I'm going to go through this. Chris, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Probably the best way to do this is, Chris, I'm going to reach out to you on Patreon, and you can pick whichever one of these four that you want. Let me know which one of these four that you want, and then once you select... hey, Starfleet boy, I didn't know you were lurking. Good to see you. Let's see. Well, you're coming right at the end. So Chris, I'm gonna have you go first. You'll select what you want to win. So you can just sort of like I'll message you and you just select, and then you send me your address and I'll just mail it out to you. Then I'll message Geek Filter. You can pick up the remaining 3, and then Wellington, you'll get the last selection of whatever the last 2 are. So everyone will get a choice, but you'll get some progressively less choice. Because that's how capitalism works. It's a metaphor. So, yeah, I'll reach out to you, Chris, and then once Chris is all set, then Geek Filter, then Wellington. All right, everybody. I hope you all had fun. You were all lovely. Sending you all love. Starfleet Boy, you've been here this whole time? Now I feel bad because I didn't see you. Ugh, now I feel bad. Well, I'm glad you were here in spirit, Starfleet Boy. Love to you all. I'm going to go eat. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being patrons. You're all lovely, lovely people. And I wish you all a good night. All right. Good night.